this terrifying video back to 2012. Late at night, a group of friends decided to try a frightening Brazilian game known as Jogo do Copo. It's similar to a Ouija board and is used to communicate with spirits and unseen entities. However, many people believe it is far more dangerous than a Ouija board. Anyway, when they started playing, everything seemed normal at first, but then something truly terrifying happened.
Nee, jetzt so schief!
Ich schiebe nicht. Wie soll ich denn? BTM oder was?
Nee. Hä? Ey, wer ist das?
Was ist denn jetzt los? Anja schiebt.
Ich schieb nicht, ich schwöre schon, ich hab Angst. Du hast dich schon! Nur weil sie jetzt noch weiter gedreht hat, hab ich gesehen!
Was ist jetzt? Alter!
Suddenly, the woman felt something strange and quickly pulled her hand away. Moments later, everyone else removed their hands as well. They all began to feel a very strange and frightening sensation. Then, the glass was suddenly thrown on its own and broke. There are many older videos online showing people who tried this game and experienced disturbing and unexplained events.
Alguém está presente?
Some say that if you start this game and don't finish it correctly, especially if the glass breaks, there is a high chance that your home could become permanently haunted and you will live in constant terror. So, what do you think? A girl named Sinestia says that she had been living peacefully in her home for years, but about a month ago, strange and terrifying things began to happen. She started hearing disturbing noises inside the house that she simply couldn't explain. Sometimes, she would even see shadows moving, only to disappear suddenly. One night, her dog started barking loudly and incessantly, which was very unusual for him, so she decided to check the footage from her security camera. But what she saw was terrifying. It turned out that the dog had been barking at a black, transparent, shadowy object. The dog then ran away, and the shadow quickly vanished. Right after that, a chair moved on its own. 2 weeks later, the girl heard a loud noise coming from downstairs. When she went to investigate, she noticed that the attic door had fallen onto the stairs. She decided to wait until her friend arrived before investigating what was up there. But what they found was disturbing.
Nossa, que chama. Olha aqui que eu vou lá aqui tudo. Ah, pastor Anne.
A small stick hung in the attic, looked like a human, and it looked exactly like the small dolls used in witchcraft and dark rituals. Despite this, they decided to enter the attic to investigate.
Akkor megyek én előtte meg. Ezt előttem is világítasz. Akkor nem érünk hozzá.
Csak óvatosan. Úristen, mi az ott? Világíts gyorsan oda.
Hol?
Ott.
Jesus, run for many, many, many. Jesus, run for many, many, many.
When they looked more closely, something even stranger appeared. A small figure seemed to move in the darkness. It looked like a human head. The moment the light was pointed at it, the figure quickly disappeared. Unfortunately, this was the last video the girl ever posted about these mysterious events. She decided to stop investigating the situation and began considering moving to another house. So the question remains, what do you think was really captured in those recordings? A girl named Carolina went to stay in a beautiful hotel located deep in the middle of a forest. At first, everything seemed normal. He started filming the hotel room, excited and happy about the place. But suddenly, the camera accidentally captured something terrifying that left the girl completely frightened. Let's watch the footage. Near the bathroom, a strange figure appeared, moving for a brief moment, and then quickly disappeared. The girl immediately went to check the bathroom, but there was nothing there. The figure had vanished, as if it had never existed. Later, the girl discovered that many previous guests of the hotel had experienced similar terrifying and mysterious incidents inside the same place. Because of this, many people believe that the hotel is haunted. A man named Tristan moved into a new apartment in a neighborhood in France. Only a few days later, he began hearing strange noises inside the apartment, sounds he simply couldn't explain. But what happened on this particular night was different, and it left him completely terrified. Late at night, Tristan suddenly woke up to a strange sound. He immediately grabbed his phone and started recording. After this frightening incident, Tristan brought a priest to the apartment, hoping to get rid of whatever terrifying presence might be there. However, the opposite happened. The disturbing events became even more intense and frightening. That wasn't the end of it. Late one night, Tristan heard a loud noise coming from the living room. He picked up his phone and started recording. But what happened next was terrifying. The door handle started shaking violently. Tristan slowly approached it, and suddenly, the door opened on its own. But when he went into the bathroom, there was no one there. A few days later, Tristan decided to install security cameras inside the apartment. That night, while he was watching TV, the camera captured something truly terrifying.
Là, je suis en train de me battre pour mettre les diagrammes et les chiffres.
Avec un peu de chance, si jamais j'approche au fond, le bras cédera avant le corps de ligne et je récupérerai.
Là, je suis en train de me battre pour mettre les diagrammes. Là, je suis en train de me battre pour mettre les diagrammes et les chiffres.
A small box suddenly thrown by itself and slammed into the wall. Tristan went to investigate, but he couldn't find anything unusual. However, when he reviewed the security camera footage, he noticed something chilling, a transparent figure moving toward the shelf. And then the box was thrown. After everything that happened, Tristan says he became convinced that his attempts to get rid of this terrifying entity would never succeed. Because of this, he began considering leaving this haunted apartment. So, what do you think? A similar phenomenon happened to a man from the United States who had just moved into a new apartment. Soon after settling in, he began noticing objects moving on their own. One day, when he returned home from work, he found the kitchen in complete disarray. Wanting to understand what was happening, he decided to install a security camera. But what the camera captured was quite terrifying. First, a cross hanging on the wall tipped over. Then, objects began moving on their own by an unseen force. But the most disturbing part was the appearance of strange shadows moving in every direction throughout the kitchen. Another terrifying video of the same phenomenon was filmed this time by a woman in Australia. She had been noticing that things in her kitchen were moving from their places. At first, she thought her cat was the reason, but on this day, while the woman was sitting in the living room, she heard a strange noise coming from the kitchen. She grabbed her phone and started recording, and what happened next was terrifying.
It's happening again. I can record it this time. Come on. Look. Can you see that? That's...
open. What the hell was that? Oh my god. Are you kidding me right now?
The kitchen cabinet doors suddenly began opening on their own, and then objects started being thrown across the kitchen by themselves. At that moment, the woman panicked and quickly ran out of the house. So what do you think? Are these houses really haunted, as some people claim? Or do you have another explanation for these mysterious and terrifying events? A man was returning home from work late at night. When he arrived, he decided to stay inside his car until a strong storm subsided. While sitting there, he suddenly noticed something strange. On the roof of his neighbor's house, he saw a tall, dark figure moving, so grabbed his phone and started recording. The figure resembled a human, but it was unusually tall, far taller than any normal person. It clearly wasn't a statue, because at the beginning of the video, you can see it move slightly. The man said the figure was completely dark and featureless. What makes the story even stranger is that the next morning, the figure was gone. When the man asked his neighbor about it, the neighbor said he had absolutely no idea what it could have been. In fact, he became terrified after seeing the video that the man had recorded. So the question remains, what exactly was standing on that roof that night? The following terrifying video back to 2010, so the footage may look low quality, but that doesn't stop you from seeing the terrifying thing that appeared in it. While a woman was alone at home, she started recording a casual video to send to her family. Suddenly, something truly terrifying happened.
Jesse, you left the fridge open. Holy sh**. Oh my god. The fuck? What's going on? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
At first, she thought her daughter had left the refrigerator door open, but then it suddenly slammed shut on its own. Then the kitchen cabinet doors opened, and objects began to be thrown and move on their own. Terrified by what was happening, the woman immediately ran out of the house.
Holy sh**. Oh my god. Oh my god.
She later uploaded the video under the title, "Ghost in My House," believing that her home had become haunted. What do you think? A man living in a house in the middle of the woods heard strange noises near his home late at night. He went outside to check, but he couldn't find anything. However, when he later reviewed the footage from his security camera, he was shocked and terrified by what he saw. A semi-transparent figure was moving in a strange way in front of the house. It resembled a human, but it was bent over and walking in a disturbing manner, and it appeared to have no head. The man says he has never seen a creature like this before and has absolutely no idea what that thing could be. A man named Anderson works as a doctor at a military base. He says that after moving to this new place for work, he began noticing strange and terrifying things happening around him, mostly at night.
That ain't it.
One night, while Anderson was talking to his wife on a video call, something truly terrifying happened.
But yeah, there's that. Anyway, I just had to check the SEMA real quick. I'll be home in a sec, but it'll be crazy.
At the top of the door behind him, a strange, dark figure appeared. It looked like a face, with glowing eyes. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, it vanished. At the same moment, Anderson heard a noise and went to investigate, but he couldn't find anything.
Anyway, I just had to check the SEMA real quick. I'll be home in a sec, but it'll be crazy.
Anderson says his wife noticed the figure during the call and told him about it. When he replayed the video and saw the terrifying figure, he was completely horrified.